Hi guys, I'm Kim and you're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse escape, get free, and stay free. Now today I want to talk about a healing concept that's kind of going around on the internet, and it is the brainchild of Gary Douglas. Gary Douglas has created an organization very, very much like Scientology called Access Consciousness. Now, I've tried to read some of Gary Douglas's philosophies, and I've watched a few of the videos, and let's just say I have a pounding headache. Possibly worse, in fact, than the philosophy that narcissists are angels in disguise come to teach us about our inner child. Now, at the time I started Kim Wilson TV and started to publicly talk about my experience with what I had come to know for certain was a covert, malignant covert narcissist, I really thought that my channel would possibly get 3 views, and maybe over my lifetime I would find one other person that gets it or really understood. I have been absolutely blown away and overwhelmed by the tremendously huge number of victims, by the fact that it doesn't matter what country we're in, what demographic we fall into, we've all heard the same words, we've all seen the same reactions, we've all experienced the exact same behaviors, very much like this whack job has been cloned, be it male or female. They're all the same, and the irony in that is each and every one of them believes themselves to be extraordinarily special. Meanwhile, they are absolute garden variety clones of the narc beside them. Now, I guess my thoughts on this are, with there being countless, tens, hundreds of thousands, potentially, of victims and survivors of narcissistic abuse, and with the tremendous unsettling and the emotional unrest that comes with being a victim of narcissistic abuse, and the tremendous confusion, which I think really adds to the healing time. Like, this is all, there's a lot of us. It's difficult to get over. Clearly, we're not quite whole again. And I find people like that to be a bit parasitic, almost parasites. And I find when people are already a bit distressed, if you just, psychobabble a whole bunch of, circle jerk stuff at them and throw some devil's lettuce, well, you get people going, ooh, ah, wow, that was enlightening. I'm here to tell you, I didn't find nothing enlightening. It was just a whole bunch of fucking looping insanity. I felt like I was talking to Trevor again, like there was just nothing. A whole bunch of weird relationship stuff about, again, you're the problem because now you're looking for a point of connection versus a point of creation. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that shit looping for 8.5 minutes. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And how much are his classes anyways? As victims of narcissistic abuse, we have either recently dug ourselves out of the black hole, we've been out of the black hole for a while, or we're still trying to get the fuck out of the black hole. Now, you kind of get out, and yeah, there's a storm for sure, and, we definitely need time to heal, but falling down another black hole of absolute new age psychobabble, to me, is ridiculous. Okay, so now, I watched the whole 8-minute video, regarding the point of connection versus the point of creation. Well, it was absolute 8 minutes of total mindfuckery, absolute devil's lettuce, word salad all over the place. I mean, just absolute gibberish. And then a whole bunch of comments below going, wow, that was so enlightening. Like, what the fuck did they hear that I didn't hear? I just saw somebody yank their chain for 8.5 minutes. Okay, so this is another little bit of really weird psychobabble from Gary Douglas's Access Consciousness. Okay, none of us, none, have real feelings and emotions. So when we have a feeling and emotion, they're not ours. They're someone else's. Now, I don't know who else they could be referencing since none of us have feelings and emotions. But I guess somebody has some, and they're the ones sending them out to all of us, right? So what we're supposed to do with that feeling and emotion, not own it, not accept any responsibility, none of that, because we don't really have any. We're supposed to say return to sender and project that off to somewhere. Now, okay, I don't know where the fuck they're going with that, but I'm going to tell you, I truly, as a human being, have feelings and emotions. When I'm having a feeling and emotion, it can be for any number of things, and I usually know what that thing is. Now, for example, if I'm having an emotion of grief because my dog died, as a thinking entity, I can understand what the emotion is and what it is a direct result of. Now, in this idea that nobody has emotions and we're just flinging it out there, I just, oh God, when does it end? Like, I hope nobody's sending these people money. Now, in my personal attempt to own my own shit, let's say, for example, I am vacuuming the living room and all of a sudden I have a panic attack and I get a bad feeling. Well, there's a very good likelihood that this bad or negative feeling I'm having is a direct result of something horrible Trevor did to me, or some horrible event that occurred during the 5 years in hell I spent with that puke. Okay, so what I would personally do, rather than pretending I don't actually have feelings and emotions, is I would, first of all, I would own it. I would accept it as a bad and negative feeling. If I want to get the thing flung off of me, I'm sure as hell not shipping it out to the universe, return to sender. If I am having a bad feeling as a direct result of Trevor's relentless abuse, I have no problem with saying out loud, hey, I don't own this fucking shit. I didn't do this. I did nothing to deserve this. I am not responsible for this. And you're a piece of shit. And you can take this fucking negative feeling back and shove it up your ass. And then I'm just going to free my mind of it. Carry on with my vacuuming. Maybe move on to a little dusting. I don't think feeling bad is the problem when something bad happens to you. I think the real problem for victims and survivors is the lingering. And I think there's ways to speed that up. In fact, I've been doing a lot of research and cross-referencing stuff lately because I think I might have a solution to the long lingering effect of the abuse that you experience with your narc. But, I think we need to be really level-headed and let's keep our feet firmly planted here on planet Earth, and let's be logical. We should feel bad. We should feel horrible, and we should feel horrible for some time. I'm not saying years or anything like that, but certainly when you have been deceived to this level, I mean, to the point it looks like, demonized behavior, when you've been lied to, you've been cheated on, you've been blamed for everything, you've been humiliated. Oh, God, your mind's been spun in circles. You've been physically altered. Your career, your finances, your relationships, your hobbies, your interests, everything's been filthied up and ruined. Of course you should be mad. You should probably be a little bit sad, too. Maybe a little bit confused, frustrated. Oh, glad you're out. I mean, there's a lot of things you should be feeling, but in my opinion, those feelings do belong to us. And I don't see anything wrong with, being true to your emotional self in that moment, comfortable or not, owning it. And, we definitely saw red flags, guys. Like, I wish I could say in that whole thing I was completely guiltless, but you know what? I knew there was problems there. Oh God, I knew there was problems there on the second date. I really did. Something was off. And on top of that, people were warning me. I mean, like, I have to assume some responsibility for that. There was nothing normal or natural about it. It was like a chemically induced relationship. Right from day one, it didn't smell right, taste right, feel right. Like everything about it was odd. It was just odd. Like not enough to run away odd, obviously, but odd. There were red flags, and I saw them, and I ignored them. Maybe I wanted it to be true love. Maybe I wanted to believe I had met my soulmate. Maybe I wanted to believe that. Maybe I was lonely. Whatever it is, I still own all that stuff. But I am still angry because there was no reason to treat me that way, no reason whatsoever, and no reason to treat anyone else that way. Now, with all of that I just said about assuming responsibility myself, now that is something I can forgive. I can forgive myself for those things. And in that, yes, there is a lot of freedom. Like I've said many times, I have no need, no interest, no desire to forgive Trevor for any of it. You know, it's that kind of concept that the abused becomes the abuser. Well, snap out of it. We've all been abused horribly, absolutely horribly, and we haven't become abusers. So, you know, I'm not buying any of that shit either. Now, as far as Gary Douglas goes, I found many publications talking about his work. Most make reference to Scientology. The Houston Press actually called him a Scientology knockoff, right in the title. Reviews were absolutely terrible, and I'd just be really careful with the psychobabble. You know, I think we're going to find more healing and a quicker return to ourselves if we stay really focused in reality. Guys, thanks for watching Kim Wilson TV. Peace be with you all. Love you guys. Hope you're all well and narc-free today.